Welcome to Table Talk Sports with our hosts right now, me, Logan, and Thomas.
Today we're going to be talking about the NFL and just a general look at how teams have been doing so far this season. Let's start with the games that have started today, this week, week 2. We'll start with Thursday night, the Giants game.
You can tell he's a Giants fan.
Sadly. I think it was a really good game. It was a really enjoyable game to watch. And, there was a lot of, in my opinion, bad calls. You can call me biased, but one thing's for sure, and that's the final play, the field goal attempt that he missed was a bad call. The referees afterwards called the New York Giants to give them their call, saying there's nothing we can do, we messed up the call. And that's an indication that it wasn't a good call.
Here, let me bump in now. It was a good game, a good look at the Giants. Their offense was amazing throughout the night, driving down the field. They could have capitalized on a few more drives. They kicked a lot of field goals. Graham Gano, amazing night. Defense, I don't know why they're pretty soft. They're 6, 7, 10 yards off every play, giving them little free routes. Terry McLaurin had a day. Washington defense didn't look good at all. Daniel Jones, amazing game. Besides that, sorry, I got to stop the thing. I don't know what just happened in the Cardinals game.
That's crazy.
Chase Edmonds drops it, tips off. Williams makes the catch and runs for like 30 yards. I got Kyler on my fantasy team. I need him to throw it to D-Hop.
Anyway, back to the Giants game. Yeah, Daniel Jones did have a great night. This is one of the few times I can really say there was not a lot of bad from Daniel Jones. No turnovers, which the best thing that can happen for him. 250 passing yards, or I think they listed it as 249. He had 95 rushing yards, a touchdown from both the air and the ground. I mean, that's what you want to see from Daniel Jones week in, week out. If he does that consistently, I think he can be a high-end starting quarterback in the NFL.
Let's cut to some of the games that have gone on today so far.
So the Raiders and Steelers game, 26-17, the Raiders win.
Are looking pretty good right now for the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
They can keep it up. The second half of the season is going to determine whether they're going to make the playoffs. But against two, in my opinion, top 6, 7 teams, they've showed out. And the Steelers were looking pretty good last week, and they shut them down.
Yeah.
Darren Waller didn't even have that much of a day. Still won.
And and that's without Josh Jacobs really playing. And Derek Carr's had one of the better starts to a season I've seen from him since he's been in the NFL. Darren Waller wasn't as big of a factor this week as he was last week, but he didn't have to be. Henry Ruggs with a nice touchdown grab. This team is they're under what? Is it their third or fourth year under Gruden? I think it's third, but
couldn't tell you.
Yeah, this is what we've been waiting for from John Gruden since he came back. A good NFL head coach, won Super Bowls, and he's turned this team around really from a team that a couple years ago was a
down in the dumps
team. How high do you think they're going to be picking this year team?
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, the Steelers, their offense wasn't great today.
Their defense has looked very well over the course of this year so far. The offense needs to pick up their slack, but we'll see. Najee Harris had a better game than last week.
Debatable. He only ran for 3.8 yards a carry this week. You don't want to see it under 4.
On the receiving end.
Oh yeah, that's always great to see. And then we'll cut to 49ers-Eagles game, which was a good game.
Eagles looked like they had control through the first half, but at the end of the half, they gave up a touchdown.
Yeah.
And it was a pretty low-scoring game. Kyler just gets sacked. It's bad for me.
Jimmy Garoppolo has looked very good, which isn't great for Trey Lance, but good for the 49ers regardless, because anytime you can have good quarterback play is good to him. Another thing with this game, Jalen Hurts didn't have a great game. 12 for 23 passing. That's barely over 50%. And you really don't want to see that from your starting quarterback. I mean, he targeted Devontae Smith a lot. You like to see the incorporation of the first round pick. I mean, there are a couple big plays, but
Russell Wilson taken down.
yeah, but not as great of a game as you'd hope he had. Not much else really to say about that game. A good defensive battle from both. Next, you have Texans Browns, where the Browns edged out the Texans.
Before we get into that, we're just gonna talk about we are broadcasting this right as the 4:00, 4:30 games are going on. So if you hear us being excited, some players on our fantasy team probably just scored or something,
Yeah.
Yeah. So getting back into the Browns versus Texans. Texans look good they look very good in the first half till Tyrod Taylor got injured. I thought they were gonna win for a second. Then Tyrod went down. Things slowed down. Pretty good day for Cleveland in the second half.
Yeah.
As you got Keenan Allen getting a personal foul.
Oh, come on, really?
And he got the catch though.
Yeah.
He got the catch.
Regardless, Davis Mills couldn't get it done against this Browns defense, which is one of the better ones in the league.
I wouldn't expect him, but yeah.
Oh yeah, but Baker Mayfield had a great day. I'll say that.
Came back from injury.
Yeah.
Just got a rushing touchdown. That was pretty good.
Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt doing their thing. The best rushing duo in the league, in my opinion.
A lot of people's opinions.
Yeah, but that was a good game to watch. High scoring game. The Texans have been an odd team this far through the season. I mean, week 1 looked great versus the Jaguars. The Jaguars did not win.
Get in.
Oh, touchdown Cardinals. Oh, they call a flag on him.
Sorry.
Wow. Regardless.
Oh, that's my cool. I'm sorry. But,
Texans haven't looked amazing yet.
That shouldn't have been a hold. That should have been a Rondell Moore receiving touchdown. But it is what it is.
But anyway, as I was saying, the Jaguars haven't looked great yet, which is our next game, which the Broncos beat the Jaguars 23-13. Trevor Lawrence has not looked good through his first 2 games. I mean, he's thrown for the passing yard, which is always great, but a lot of interceptions. I think he's probably had more interceptions in these last 2 games than any 5-game stretch over his whole career at Clemson. It's been
probably the
bad.
whole year at Clemson, almost probably.
Yeah, it's been bad for him.
Another interception for the Cowboys. There's a flag though, looking like pass interference. Is that Trevon Diggs again? No.
Yeah,
I
but
can't see who that is. But
Teddy Bridgewater is the story of this game. So far, the story of the Broncos
really good, 2-0.
Broncos season. I mean, a guy that played for the Panthers last year was okay. I don't think he was as good as he would have hoped or people would have hoped for him. Got traded this offseason to the Broncos for a late round pick, and I mean, he's just looked.
Calvin Ridley almost
thank God.
lost the game.
But yeah, he's played great through these first 2 games. Dissected the Giants in week 1. In week 2, more of the same. I mean, he's looked like the Teddy Bridgewater the Vikings were promised all those years ago. Which feels like forever now.
I got the next 2, don't worry. Here, give me that. Next up, we have the Saints versus the Panthers. Panthers started off hot, going up 17-0 on the Saints. The Saints look pretty hot, coming off a 38-3 win against my Packers, but they just couldn't get it done. Their offense wasn't clicking. Jameis, not that great of a day. Alvin Kamara was kind of silent, which is good because I'm playing him in fantasy. But yeah, besides that, Robbie Anderson just didn't want to do anything for me in fantasy today. I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah, I mean, it was an okay game. Darnold, and his crew did good. They scored, but not too much of note in that game. DJ Moore had a great day.
JC Horn
to
had
my
a great
dismay.
Day. JC Horn should have had 2 picks. He had a pick though.
Yeah, of course. DJ Moore's best game of the year is against me. So there's that. Next we got
the Rams versus the Colts. I think this was the best out of the 1 o'clock games. It was an exciting game to watch. Back and forth. Rams, Cooper Kupp was going crazy, and I played him in fantasy. But, yeah, so he kind of, let's read these stat lines. 9 receptions, 163 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Jeez.
Poor Carson Wentz hurt again. Jacob Eason came in, and that's when the team fell flat.
Because straight to, I don't know why you throw it. First throw.
Yeah.
You're coming into the game, game-winning drive. First throw, you're throwing it straight at Jalen Ramsey. I don't know what you're thinking there.
Yeah, I mean, a rookie making a rookie mistake, you can't do that at the NFL level. He could get away with that in college when he played at Washington because, there's no Pac-12 corner that's as good or will ever be as good as
Speaking
Jalen
of that,
Ramsey.
Julio just made an amazing catch. He is now looking like Julio from the prime with that catch.
Yeah.
Nice little snag.
And then
first and goal.
On the other side, Stafford with another great day. This trade is looking better and better by the week. And I mean, last week was amazing in their win. This week, just as good.
Wait. No. I'm trying to see. Did the Cardinals fumble? I don't think he did fumble.
No.
I don't know if he got 2 feet in.
I don't know.
I don't think he
Regardless.
got 2 feet in.
It's been very. It was a very intense game to watch, and the defense for the Rams doing good things as usual. A lot of sacks. That's just what you want to see from a team with Aaron Donald on it. Next we have the Bills-Dolphins. The Bills embarrassed the Dolphins.
Exposed. I got the Bills defense too.
And
19 points.
Tua got hurt, put in Jacoby Brissett.
Everything was
Didn't do
done
much.
then.
They were flat at the beginning of the game on offense, and they were flat at the end of the game on offense. Their defense couldn't get a stop. Just a bad game for Brian Flores' crew. You can't have games like this, especially in a division where they were, I wouldn't say the favorites, but they were runners up in that division. To be embarrassed by the guys that are leading it, that's just not good. You can't let that happen. This was a team that last year was on the brink of making the playoffs, I think, right? Miami didn't make it.
They were about a game,
Yeah.
half a game.
Yeah,
off.
they were barely out of it last year, went 10-6, I believe. And then this year, you can't get embarrassed by the Bills.
Speaking of that, Kyle Pitts with a nice 25-yard grab.
Nice.
For the young rookie.
Not much else to say. I mean,
Other news, Kyler Murray's going to get in the end zone, touchdown. Let's go.
score's going to be 20-13, awaiting the extra point. That's nice.
Arizona got off to a slow start, picking it up. Hopefully they can get the ball for a little more.
And now we have the biggest story of today. The Patriots versus Jets.
Oh, they're going to say the Vegas.
Zach Wilson played awful. I think awful might even be an understatement. This is Ryan Leaf play. This is Jamarcus Russell play.
You guys made fun of us taking Jordan Love.
4 interceptions. I know it's only a second game, and I don't want to hold it against him.
He probably has a lot. He can definitely have a Hall of Fame career in this league, but
today was just bad on every stage of the game. Their defense didn't stop Mac Jones' offense.
There's some games where QBs throw interceptions, and sometimes it just isn't their fault. But
today was just
Zach Wilson was just throwing the ball up
to the defense.
The defense was just right there to grab.
It was bad.
J.C. Jackson, second in picks, I believe, last year. He had one. I don't know if he had 2.
Yeah,
but
it was not good.
Yeah.
Next, we have the Bengals versus Bears game. Logan, can you pull up the stats for Justin Fields? Because I want to diagnose how did the young rookie play today? Because Andy Dalton got hurt, and
Justin Fields, here, one sec. He had 60 passing yards, but I did watch him make a terrible throw that actually put the Bengals back into the game.
Yeah, and they're lucky that they won the game. It was a 2017 game. Burrow didn't have a great day.
Here, I'll say he went 6 for 13. Not that good. 60 yards, I guess that's okay for 6 catches, but
that's not
an
good.
Interception, which was a terrible throw. And speaking of, there was about 3-4 minutes left in the game. You're up 10, and you're making a dangerous throw, and in your own red zone, you're making a dangerous throw, and it was an easy pick, and they almost took it for 6, but they ended up scoring a touchdown next play.
So
Andy Dalton did look good when he was playing, and also the Bears defense looked very good on defense. They had a lot. I think they had 3+ turnovers. I remember. Roquan Smith, amazing day.
Oh yeah, that play was amazing to watch. I mean, that's a long play for a big linebacker.
Jared Cook. Is he gonna get in the end zone? Or is that
Please be out. Oh God, I'm
Jared
playing
Cook?
him
No,
too.
it's not Jared
Oh,
Cook.
no, it's not Jared Cook. Let's go.
Is that Mike Williams?
No, I don't know who 81 is.
Well, yeah, it's Mike Williams.
Oh, it's Mike Williams. I have him in one of my leagues. Regardless.
Mike Williams with the 10-yard reception touchdown. It was a screen pass.
Regardless, Justin Fields, not a good day. Rookie mistake after rookie mistake. Joe Burrow didn't do much better, but I mean, Joe Burrow is basically still a rookie. I mean,
yeah,
tore his ACL last year. Yeah, and then now
so still getting used to the NFL.
That's all of the early games. Now
we're gonna get into the
games that are happening right now.
Right now, what I'm surprised right now is the Falcons are actually putting up a very good fight. There's about 5 minutes left in the second quarter. They're down 7. They're driving with the ball. They're picking up good drives. They're holding this defense this offense.
14 points.
It's only 14 points. If they stop, Gronk has 2 touchdowns. Very good. Tom Brady always slinging the rock. Haven't seen that many rushes from the Bucs as they just get a sack on 3rd and 9, forcing the Falcons.
Ndamukong Suh.
Ndamukong Suh with the sack. Jumping over to the Minnesota-Arizona game.
20-14 for the Vikings right now. Kirk Cousins having a good day. Dalvin Cook doing his thing on the ground. Mm-hmm. I mean, he had a nice throw to Thielen in the red zone before, but this is going to be a very fun game to watch because Kyler Murray and this high-powered, Arizona offense, and Kirk Cousins, who's 9 for 10 on the day with 119 yards and 3 touchdowns, having an excellent beginning to the game. And then we'll jump over to the lowest scoring of the games.
Before we start that game, I also want to talk about Kyler Murray and D-Hop connecting on that first drive. I think he had about 4 receptions, 54 yards, and a touchdown. And I'm only bringing it up because, they're both on my fantasy team, I like that. Keep doing that.
Anyway, the Titans and Seahawks game, a low-scoring affair. As the Titans are about to kick off here. It's 6-3. I have Tannehill on my fantasy team, so if Ryan Tannehill sees this, please keep doing what you're doing, man.
Yeah, you want him to keep kicking field goals?
No,
when he fumbles
but
the kick, he picks it back up.
Oh,
I think it ever.
Anyway, the last game that is happening right now is Cowboys Chargers.
It's 14-11 right now. Yeah.
Herbert hasn't been great. Wait a minute.
Threw a pick.
Chargers? Did the Chargers get a safety?
No, they went for 2. I'm pretty sure to make a 3-point game.
Okay.
They got off to a slow start offensively. Looks like they're picking it back up.
Yeah.
There was an amazing pick by Trevon Diggs, a nice diving pick. Besides that, Dallas has looked good on offense. Their run game is coming through with Zeke and Tony Pollard, and Chris Godwin just made a 25-yard catch down the middle.
I need Keenan Allen to play good on my fantasy team, but
DK was
DK Metcalf. That's what we like to see, also on my fantasy team. But it's gonna be a fun game to watch. Justin Herbert, second year. We want to see what he can do. Can he develop with a new offensive coordinator?
Is he gonna become a superstar anytime soon? Can he lead this Chargers team into a playoff this year or next year? That's gonna be a big question.
Could he look any more like Logan?
I play for the Chargers secretly. I don't know.
So that's the big thing. Dak Prescott.
Preview the Sunday night game after this.
Yeah. Dak Prescott obviously coming back into his own after the bad ankle injury last year that happened against my Giants. Zeke is trying to get things back together. Bad year last year, bad first game. He has a touchdown here, I believe, and it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Now, my preview of the Sunday night game, a very, very good game, a game that I am going to personally enjoy watching, Chiefs versus Ravens. This is Lamar Jackson's offense versus Patrick Mahomes. And
and the Vikings get stuffed on a 3rd and 1.
Wow.
Cardinals going to get the ball back. Let's go.
But, yeah, this is going to be...
They get the football.
Ooh.
Jordan Hicks is holding up the football. No calls have been made yet.
Anyway,
we're looking at the replay right now.
Back to what I was saying.
Dalvin Cook was stuffed. Let's see.
No. Okay.
I don't.
No, he was stuffed. He was stuffed, and they took the ball from after it. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, This is gonna be the battle of the high-powered offenses.
Oh wait, we got a Tyler Lockett touchdown.
Yes. No, actually, but regardless, 63 yards. Jeez.
Tyler Lockett. He's
Having
a sneaky wide receiver that can do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean
He just beats his man.
He's just
a nice cut and he's gone.
He's been playing like a receiver.
What a move!
He's been
What
playing
a
like
stop.
he's been playing like a receiver one this year so far.
See if DK can pick it up.
Yeah.
A lot of fantasy owners are mad right now.
Regardless, oh my God, 2 receptions for 114 yards and a touchdown.
That's just Tyler Lockett for you.
Yeah, it's been fun, and I'm gonna be watching mainly how can this Ravens offense do without a running back of note.
Passing game has to be very good tonight. Marquise Brown's on my fantasy team. Come on, Lamar.
Yeah, and Sammy Watkins is gonna have to have a good night.
Against his former team too.
Yeah, and then this defense is gonna have to stop the Chiefs, which is a Herculean task. That's almost impossible. Nobody stops this offense. They are.
Besides the Buccaneers.
Oh yeah, but
they gotta get the pass rush going.
They're the best.
That's the only thing. That's how you stop the Chiefs is the pass rush.
Yeah, they're the best offense in the league by far. If they can keep doing what they've been doing for like the last 3 years now, I'm calling.
I think they can beat them by
the
2
Chiefs
possessions.
And
especially with Marcus Peters going down.
You know what, Logan?
Secondary, I think that Tyreek Hill could do a lot of damage.
You know what that gets?
What?
That gets my stamp of approval. I agree. I think that the Chiefs are going to win this game, and if they don't, it's going to have to be by Lamar's doing. It's going to have.
Humphrey's going to have to cover with either Tyreek or Kelsey.
Yeah, and then Mecole Hardman. You're Clyde Edwards-Helaire. You're gonna have to. You're
depleted secondary. That's what they got.
The only way that I see the Ravens really winning this game, I think it'll be a fun game to watch, but I don't think they're gonna win it. If they do, Lamar is going to have one of his best games, or the Chiefs' offense is gonna have to be completely flat on their face. No, that's the replay. My bad.
Yeah, they're just gonna need to get the pass rush, make Patrick Mahomes feel uncomfy in the pocket, having to move around, maybe throw some tough incompletions, try to get some interceptions. That's what they're gonna have to do.
And Logan, do you want to?
I think I got this.
Do you want to preview the Monday night game?
I know everyone's scared. Putting Packers 12th, 13th, 10th in your power rankings, moving them back from like 3rd. But you know it's okay. We'll prove to you. We'll prove to you why we're a top 3 team in this league later on in the season. But we're facing a Lions team who just came off almost pulling an amazing upset. But they did go down very bad in that first half. And we're looking to blow them out of the water as we want to get Aaron Rodgers back into the rhythm. Had probably one of the worst games of his career last year. I mean, not last year. Last game, probably one of the worst games of his career. But what I've noticed is every year the Packers, they get blown out one time every year. And it just exposes them for what they need to fix, and then they go on after that, and they build themselves together, and then they build themselves into a playoff team. And that's what we got to do.
Have they fixed the Kevin King issue from last year?
Well, Eric Stokes he's gonna have to play a big role in the secondary. Shamir Charles Dean, I think that's his name. No.
Fake fan alert.
No. He's from Appalachian State, okay? I know my stuff. I just know his name's Shamir, and there's a Charles in there, okay? His film in college was amazing. He wasn't able to play last game due to an injury, but he'll be back, and hopefully he can get some time at slot today as Kyler's chucking it to a wide open Rondo Moore.
Oh my
gosh. Is he going to get an end zone? That's a touchdown.
That's a touchdown.
Let's go.
That's going to tie them up with the Vikings here. And if they make the extra point, they're going to be in the lead. This is going to be, as I said, a fun game to watch.
Let's go.
Closing thoughts. Who do you think's going to have a sleeper season? Who's going to bust this year?
We'll each give for fantasy players, we'll give each other 5 sleepers and 5 busts we're going to think. So one of my sleepers right now is going to be Christian Kirk. He had an amazing game last week. He hasn't done so good so far this game. but he has been getting a lot of targets in this team, as people are looking at him like as the wide receiver 3 right now. But I think he's wide receiver 2, and he's getting a lot of targets. That's one of mine. What is one of yours?
My sleeper.
Maybe 3 actually.
Okay, so one of mine is Teddy Bridgewater. I mean, if he keeps doing what he's been doing this week, watch out. He is playing like a very good quarterback right now, possibly a Pro Bowl level quarterback, and yeah, this Broncos offense has been high-powered for the last 2 weeks. You know, Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, KJ Hamler, Noah Fant, Albert Okwuegbunam, Melvin Gordon, Javonte Williams. The list goes on and on and on.
Mm-hmm.
This team has been good, and Teddy Bridgewater has looked great.
Speaking of that, we got a touchdown catch. Is that Mike Evans? Yes, it is. He's on one of my fantasy teams. Let's go. He's giving it to
I'm
a
losing
fan.
this week.
Let's go. As another one of my sleepers I got is... Who I was going to say? What I was going to say is Miles Sanders. And I know he was like 3rd round, but I think he's going to be a sleeper this year. He didn't have that great of a game today. But last week he had an amazing game. And last week he was rushing for over like 5 yards a carry. He had like 10 yards a carry first half. He's a sleeper for one of you guys. Thomas will give you one more, and then we're going to give you a bust.
Okay, my second sleeper, Darius Slayton. Darius Slayton he's not going to be your receiver 1. I'll say that. But he can be a good receiver 2.
He can fit in that
He can
flex
fit in
spot.
your flex spot, your receiver 3 spot.
Mm-hmm.
He's coming
even in our money league. He's actually in free agency as we speak.
Yeah, same with Teddy Bridgewater. But you know, last week had a great game. The week before that, he outplayed Kenny Galladay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's been coming back in a big way after last year having somewhat of a down year. And, you know, even another one would be Sterling Shepard, because he's been outplaying Kenny Galladay. It's been, you know, and not to make this into a rant about the Giants not getting the ball to Kenny Galladay, but yeah, you pay that much money to a guy and you're having your receiver 2 and 3 become fantasy sleepers because they're just outperforming him.
Yeah. The bust I got right now, he's sadly on my team and he's sadly in my lineup today. Robbie Anderson. He just hasn't been getting the targets he got last year. DJ Moore's taking a huge workload, and with Christian McCaffrey back, Robbie Anderson's taking a big drop off from last year so far. He had 1 catch last week that happened to be a 57-yard touchdown pass, but today he had like 4 receptions, I think like 30 yards, something around there. But he just wasn't getting targeted at all in the first half. He had like 1 catch in the first half, and I think I might have to move on from him, try to trade him, and try to get a sleeper, you know? What do you think for a bust?
So my bust is going to be Austin Eckler, because people were playing him like...
First round?
Yeah, that's just not it for me.
Some people picked him at like 8.
Yeah,
in a
that's...
12-man league.
Yeah, he wasn't an amazing running back last year. The main potential for him comes from the receiving game, but... when you have Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and those guys there, it gets pretty hard to fight for catches. I mean, look in the 2 weeks he's played so far. Last week, 11.7 points on ESPN Fantasy. 15 carries for 57 yards it's okay. I'll take it from an RB2, not from a guy that's being drafted in first rounds.
Yeah.
This week, 4 carries for 40 yards so far.
I really just didn't understand the hype.
Yeah.
I don't know what people were thinking.
Yeah.
That just made them want to take him in the first round.
I mean, I
was surprised when I first went and I first
Yeah.
saw some people's mock drafts in fantasy. I was confused why Austin Eckler was getting taken in the first round.
It comes from the receiving hype. But I mean, last week, no targets, no catches. Today, 3 targets, 3 receptions, 9 yards. That's from a guy that was drafted in our league 9th overall. Mm-hmm. 9th overall in the first round.
Kirk Cousins is slinging it as we speak, though.
Yeah.
He might be a sleeper right now, also,
Yep.
I just got to say.
Yeah, man. He's looked very well, but...
Person is a sleeper every year also is Tyler Lockett. Somehow is just a sleeper every year. Always has amazing games.
Always has great years, a great receiver, but every year,
Everyone
especially
thinks
now that DK is on the team...
take the role.
Yeah. But he
just never does.
Yeah. But Kirk Cousins has been dead on so far. Sorry to jump around, but I mean, 11 for 12, 130 and 3 touchdowns, and with a minute to go in the second quarter, and they have the ball and they're driving. Kirk Cousins.
This is going to be a
looking
shootout
great.
game. This is going to be a
Oh,
very
yeah.
good ending. Hopefully,
Um,
Kyler can get me a lot more fancy points. I'm down, I think, 30 now, but I still got I still got D-Hop, Kyler, Travis Kelce, Marquise Brown. The person I'm playing only got Amari Cooper, so we're gonna see what happens.
So now this is the part where we don't have a sponsor yet. So we'll just bring the best item we have right here right now. This bottle is 7-Up.
And it
If
almost
7
tastes like Sprite, so if you like Sprite, try it out.
Yeah. If 7-Up wants to sponsor us, we'll be more than happy
Oh, it looks
to
like
comply.
Devin White with the turnover. He's taking it. There's a flag on the field. He looks like he's gonna go all the way. I don't know if they've called the play dead. Doesn't look like they
I
have.
think they're going to call it back. But anyway,
Anyway,
that's it for
that's
Table
it
Talk
for
Sports.
this Sunday.
And